Hello, hello. How y'all doing out there? What's up, world? Hey, Facebook. Hello to all my friends. How's everybody doing? It is a pleasure to meet all of you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Unique, Unique Consciousness. That is what I choose to go by within this reality. That was my rebirth name because after killing off the ego, I needed some form of identification. So my given name, the name that I chose for myself, is Unique Consciousness. Now, mind you, when we're all born, everything is assigned to us. You know, your name, your religion, your culture, and everything that you come to know to be true. That is the ego. It's all given to you. So once you awaken to your divinity, you have the choice to create yourself however you choose. And basically, again, my rebirth name is Unique Consciousness. We'll go into details with that someday. But yeah. Um, Today I would just like to introduce myself and just vent a little bit about what is happening within our reality so that some of you that are beginning this awakening don't feel like you're alone because it's happening on a global scale. It's just not presently made known in your uh, media broadcast because you know how things are when something that is important and beneficial to the rest of the collective, the few that are deciding which information is safe and comfortable for you, the blind, deaf, and dumb to accept, if they don't deem is worthy or is good, they're not going to put it on social media. I mean, they're not going to put it on the media channel, BBC, CNN, Fox, what's the other one? MSNBC, all these corporations. But yeah, just an introduction and a little bit about what it is that I do and why I do what I do. So it's a pleasure to meet everybody. To all the new friends, thank you for sending the friend request. I'm pretty sure that you relate to some of the things that I write about, some of the things that I share on my page. I'm sure you relate to it. Perhaps that's why you sent me the friend request. Um, for some, I'm not really quite sure why you send a friend request because when you send me a friend request, I like to go through your page to see if we kind of are in alignment with the same purpose, the same goal, the same focus. Some of you, you clearly see that this is the direction that I'm going, and you're completely going opposite, but yet you choose to send me a friend request. People like that, you're on standby because my page is set up so that those that are truly searching for wisdom and guidance on this awakening journey that they're on. You feel me? They are the reason I created my page, to simply share with them my experiences, the messages that I just seem to come up with, because in truth these messages, they come in various form. It could be inspired from a image that I saw, it could be inspired from something that I heard, or I could just simply know, or I could just feel something. And different messages can simply be inspired, and they all serve but one purpose: to basically bring more love, to bring more light, to bring more truth, to bring more awareness to the inhabitants of this world. So, if you are my friend, I simply ask for you to simply have respect for yourself. It's that simple. Anybody who has respect for themselves knows exactly what they can and cannot do in another man's house. You know exactly what I mean. Yes, we're on social media and you could write comments on anybody's page, but have some self-respect. Understanding that the things that I write about on my page, the things that I post on my page, they are my views, they are my opinion, they are my perspective. If you disagree, you can debate in an intelligent and respectful way. Share your opinion. I'm more than open to receiving somebody's opinion who disagrees with what I have said or what I have written. But come at me with respect, because that's how I approach everything in this reality. Any disrespect will be responded to with unfriending your ass, because I don't have the time nor the energy to feed into negativity. I don't have the time nor the energy to allow anyone to draw me out of a high vibrational state to come to this low frequency to argue with you about my own opinion, or to definitely go out of, I mean, to blow your mind. For those that don't understand, I don't have time to argue with my own reflection. There are some that knows exactly what I mean by that, and others are scratching their heads like, well, what do you mean, argue with your own reflection? Well, as time progresses, you will understand, because within this moment, my goal is to but simply give to you the information that I feel you are ready for. Please bear in mind that I am aware that there are different dimensions to human consciousness, and there are different people on different level of consciousness able to perceive that which I say and get from that which I say whatever messages and understanding that they choose to get. I could say something and somebody might understand it like this. And that same thing, somebody might take a little bit of time to understand it. And that same thing, it might go over another's head completely, and they won't be able to perceive anything that I said. And that is how it should be. Everything that I say is like this. When you're ready to receive that which I say, you will effortlessly receive it. If you're not ready, it's not for you. Take that which you resonate with and leave the other. Perhaps it's meant for somebody else. Okay? So, that being said, I am Unique Consciousness, and today I have been inspired to stop hiding behind the pen, stop hiding behind the paper. I'm an excellent writer. I'm able to piece together words and make beautiful poetry out of them. But I feel that a lot of my messages are not being heeded properly. And me personally, I'm not really fond of attention. Never have been. It's something that, if need be, perhaps I'll adjust to it and get used to it, but I prefer being in the back of the room and simply just observing what is going on. But it's clear that the way I think and the things that I have to say, it needs to be shared uh, verbally, and also uh, I could write them, but people will receive the message better if I delivered it. Okay? So, we all know from some of my writings, those that have read it, you know my goal. I've said that my goal is, number one, to challenge the collective, each and every one of you watching this, to begin to think for yourself. Why? Because it is simply the lack of individualized thinking that has led the world in the present state in which it is in. Individuals choosing to blindly accept the thoughts of others, the perception of others, the lives of others being handed down to them, and them holding on to their every word, believing that that person, that authority figure, that celebrity, that king, that president, that government representative, they know better than I do. So therefore, when they say A is A, when they say this is what is truth, you blindly accept it to be the truth. So my first goal is to get you to step out of that paradigm, step out of that way of thinking where you believe that because a person holds some authority position, they know better than you do. They know what is best for your life. So, no more. Okay? My goal is to challenge you to think for yourself. Some people, they hear that, they're like, yay, fuck yeah. Think for myself. I like that. Choose my own thoughts. Create my own life however way I choose. Do me. Express myself freely. Fuck what anybody think. Yeah. But there are some that are afraid. That's too much power. That's too much responsibility. To think for myself and create my own life, that means I have to be responsible for me, my every action, my every thought, my every word. That's too much responsibility, bro. I don't know if I could handle that. Hmm. Well, that's on you. For those that choose to, you know, not want that responsibility, that's on you. Do you. I don't judge. But again, unique consciousness, the purpose, the goal is to challenge you to think for yourself. First goal. Second goal. Second goal is to bring within your reality a different perspective, one that has never existed before within this physical reality. Again, I come to you from dimensions that one has never dared to believe the human mind is able to journey to. But yes, it's possible. There are different dimensions to the human mind. And once you reach those different levels of dimension, a new you is birthed. New thought processes are birthed within you. And it is these new thought processes that are now present to you. Why? To provoke and initiate new thought processes within you. Yes, to simply open your eyes to a world that you have never considered existed, a way of thinking that could liberate you from fears, from pains, from traumas, from disappointments, from heartbreak. These things and many, many more are what I offer. Now, keep in mind that everything that I say is to be taken with a grain of salt. Do not take everything that I say to be true. What is truth? Truth is based on the individual, is it not? My truth may not be your truth. But I will say this about truth. If a thing is indeed truth, truth is not only heard clearly, it is felt. So if that which I say to you, you feel that what he's saying is true, I can resonate to it. Perhaps I can modify it a little bit, take from it what I need, apply it to my life, and create a new world for myself. There you go. Like you, most of everything that I have awakened to, I had to take with a grain of salt. Not everything that a book that I read suggested to me was taken. I took from the book that which I needed, that served me, that inspired me, that uplifted my spirit, that fed my soul. Not every documentary that I watched, all the information that I seen was digested. No, I took from the documentary that which I needed to uplift my spirit, to inspire me to basically being a better version of myself. Like the documentary, like the books, like the various research that I've done that simply helped create a better version of myself, to create a new way of thinking where I can rise above fear, that I could rise above pain, that I could rise above all these negative, no, low vibrational state that keeps the human being stagnant. Is what I now come to share my experiences with you. To all the other uh, truth seekers out there that are now boldly speaking their truth, sharing their experiences, I thank you. Some of you, I watched your videos, especially this one, this female, this goddess, I should say. She, like me, expressed that she was a wonderful writer. But she chose to hide behind her writing. She chose to hide behind the world, her words, until one day she decided that rather than hiding behind my words, I'm going to go up on a live feed every day and simply share my thoughts and allow the world to take it however way they want to take it. I admire that. I was just inspired by that. And it is that reason that I'm currently sitting here talking with you. Now, I didn't do this on live because I also wanted to share this video on another social media. But basically, what is going on within the world? Each person journeying back to themselves, going within themselves, searching for answers, looking at the world and realizing that indeed something is wrong with it, acknowledging that human beings are indeed very, very powerful, acknowledging that power that resides within them, the power to create and the power to destroy. This power that they're awakening to, that we're all awakening to, by expressing our truth, it is making way for other people to now get that strength to express their truth. Now, in my initial stages of awakening on one of my previous pages, which I no longer have access to because one thing led to another, that page got closed, my email got closed, and now I can only view things on there, but it's still open. Perhaps one day I might hit up Facebook and get them to reset the password for me, but well, whatever. But in my initial stages, on that page, it has most of everything that I'm now witnessing within the world. People waking up to the chemtrails that are being sprayed in the air. People waking up to the corruption that is within the government. People waking up to the injustice that is the law system. People awakening to the fact that niggas just don't think for themselves, that we other people outside of ourselves are literally doing the thinking for us. Other people are creating our reality when we are the creators for ourselves. People are waking up and realizing that this reality that has been created honestly is ridiculous. That human beings are far greater than what we've been told. That human beings are far powerful than what they've been led to believe. That human beings are so much more abundant than what they've been led to believe. Human beings are creative. Human beings are intelligent. Human beings are beautiful. Human beings are unique, special, one of a kind, a frequency that no other human being is able to match, because everything vibrates at a specific frequency. Human beings, animals, rains, the clouds, the sun, the moon, the river, the ocean, everything has its own vibrational frequency that is unique unto itself. Human beings are awakening to their own uniqueness. They are feeling it, they are embracing it, and they are expressing it. Here I am. I started a while ago on one of my pages, but a few things has happened from then until now. In my beginning stage, I woke up uh, uh, realizing some of the the lies and illusion that I've been fed all my life. Realizing the lies and illusion, the deception, the corruption, the inhumanity that has been dealt to humankind. Right away, I began to take whatever knowledge that I was receiving from whatever source, writing it and putting it into my own words, molding it in order to share it with the collective. Again, bringing the chemtrails to their attention, bringing the corruption of the bank system, bringing the corruption of the law enforcement, bringing the illusion of the separation that we've been handed, the illusion that basically human beings are different races, that within this world you got different races, when in truth, looking from the top, from a elevated level, looking down, you're able to see that human beings are just one big happy family, but you simply have different members to these families. Bringing information about the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, the superconscious mind, also known as Christ consciousness. Bringing information about the Act of 1871, where basically you had a corporation that was created within this whole, United States, that not basically, in short, a government within a government. And then the information goes on. If I could go into my notes to try to pull everything up, but the point I'm trying to make, in my initial stages, that was what I was doing. And when I brought these information to the collective, when I shed light on these things, people basically called me crazy. Oh, let's not forget the trust fund that was created at the time of your birth, the straw man that was created at the time of your birth. Each and everybody currently watching is completely unaware that your name is assigned to an account that has a bunch of money in it, but nobody is aware of this. Bringing these information to the faces of the collective, I'm looked upon as crazy. I'm laughed at. I'm ignored. So acknowledging these things, I realize that perhaps they're not ready. So what am I going to do with this knowledge that is being revealed to me? Or basically, for a little bit, you start questioning your sanity. You like, hold on, why is it that I'm looking at the world like this while all of them is looking at the world like this? Is there something wrong with my thinking? But then you realize, no, ain't nothing wrong with my thinking. I'm thinking. They're not thinking. I'm able to literally understand that somebody is giving information to me through what? Through the news, through commercials, through advertisement, through celebrities, through movies. All these things, information is being fed to me. Why? In order that I may create my reality based on that information that somebody is giving to me. But a thinker, realizing that this is what's going on, decides that I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to educate myself. So therefore, I'm going to search for that which you're not showing me. I want to see where you are getting your source. And from that, I'm going to create my own reality. I'm not just going to take what you hand me and accept it to be truth. I want the facts to back it up. I want to find the truth out for myself. So you come to realize nothing ain't wrong with you. You're thinking, they're not thinking. So now, okay, what you going to do with all the information you got? Well, use it to create your life. Use it to create my life. Got it. 2, when the right ones are ready to hear that which I have to say, I'm going to share with them that which I know, and it is up to them to do with what they please. So, from going to now learning and going and sharing with the collective that which I knew, I decided, since they're not yet ready, I'm going to simply study, educate myself, become the best, become very knowledgeable on the subject that is spirituality. That is consciousness. That is spirit, that which we are. Because I'm not this form. This body is not who I am. I reside within the body. The thoughts that I think, they're not who I am. The emotions that are felt, they're not who I am. These are but instruments that is at my disposal, the being that is within the body. You feel me? These are but instruments to be used by the being that occupies the body. I ask many of you right now. There's a MEMS. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You know, the MEME, the new hip thing that is going on around on social media. There is one of them that recently asked, and I've been doing this for a while. If they took away your name, they took away your job, they took away your status, they took away your family, they took away your lover, they took away everything that you have come to know yourself as. If that was taken away from you and they ask you, who are you? What would you say? For the ones that live within this reality that clings to the ego ever so much, you know, that identity that has been created by the outside world that you now fully identify with, if that was taken away from you, who are you? What answers do you have for that? And for many of you right now, this very moment in time that has